How's it going, folks? Welcome to the video. Today's background noise brought to you by fans, motorbikes, roosters. Oh, roosters. It's not even that early in the morning. Quit it. Today I want to talk about using committal language in relationships and what it means, and if or not it is insincere or indeed a lie to use committal language if we should get to a point where the relationship has broken down and failed. Why I want to talk about this is because it came up recently in conversation. I was reminded of something my ex-girlfriend actually said to me towards the end of our relationship, or actually at the end of our relationship, about 9 or 10 months ago, and I want to talk about it because I completely disagreed with what she said, and I want to puzzle out my own thoughts, I guess, on the matter and really get into it. So let's try and do that. So, the period of time between breaking up with my ex and meeting my current girlfriend was relatively short. Obviously there was no overlap, that's just not the kind of person that I am, I would never ever do that. But when she found out that I was talking with somebody new, that I was thinking about dating somebody new, she came to me and she said, you know, fair enough, I know that you're doing this, I guess I'm okay with it, but don't tell her that you love her, don't tell her that you're going to be together forever, because that's... I don't think she said the word lie, but, you know, what she meant was that you're probably making a promise to this girl that you can't keep, or that you maybe don't intend to keep. And I remember exactly what I said to her after that. It was something like, you know, nobody goes into a relationship saying, oh God, you know, I like you so much, we're going to be together for 2 whole weeks, baby. No one does that, you know, because that would be crazy, that would be insane. We don't, you know, throw ourselves into a relationship, commit to a relationship like that. And the kinds of language that we use can be very strong, but I don't think that it's wrong to use strong language, and I want to really talk about that, which I've already said that I want to talk about. I really need to work on not repeating myself in these things, but still, let's get into it. I want to take a second to just acknowledge my ex-girlfriend's stance and what she was saying. She was very much, you know, feeling rough, kind of beside herself at the end of that relationship, and so was I in some ways, but our perspectives were totally different. She was feeling quite, you know, bad and down about relationships, whereas I was maintaining, or at least trying to maintain, my general optimism about relationships, that, you know, love is out there, love is very much real, and that we have a very, you know, large capacity inside ourselves to feel love and to be receptive to it and to build a relationship with somebody. And so I recognized that when that relationship ended, that I wasn't completely broken, that while I did in some ways feel broken, that I could still, you know, take what I'd learned from the relationship, take how I'd grown from the relationship, and use it to help build a new one and to pursue love. And I very much believe that I'm in love right now with my current girlfriend, and I want to be with her forever. I'm really excited about our relationship. I only get more excited about our relationship, and I feel like being optimistic and being willing to commit to it is a huge part of why it's working for me, and why me and Day feel really good in our current relationship. So there's all of that. But I guess we need to talk about relationships and the nature of relationships, and the fact that one thing that relationships can and will do all of the time is end. It sucks, but it's just a fact of life. It's a fact of our relationships. It's a fact of just the idea in general that life is mutable. It is prone to change. It is not constant. A thing that you are mired in or stuck in the middle of right now may very well not be a thing in just a few short weeks or months or even years' time. Therefore, and I guess something that my ex-girlfriend was touching on was, if or not it is right to use committal language, like really strong language, in a relationship when you fully know in the back of your mind that maybe the relationship won't last forever. Now again, she was very much feeling kind of burned at the end of our relationship, a little bit jaded by relationships, and unwilling to ever want perhaps to risk her heart again. But me being kind of the opposite to her in a lot of ways, I was very much feeling like, right, this did not work out, but it doesn't mean that no relationship can work out, and I very much want to try again. And then eventually when I did meet somebody new, that is Day, I met Day, I was so very ready to try again, and recognize in myself the potential to feel love, the potential in her, that is Day, to feel love and to be loved, and that is why we work. I feel that's why we're very good together. We're just very open and honest about our feelings for one another, and that's how I want to be always. I'm a very big believer in being true to what you are feeling in a given moment. A philosophy I like to live by is that if you have started like an idiot, then you must finish like an idiot. And here this means following your heart, following whims, following feelings. Even though feelings can be betrayed, feelings can change and whatnot, I still feel like it's a very sincere act, very honest act on the part of yourself, of your heart, and of what you want to pursue a relationship, pursue a person, and pursue just like, a feeling, and I feel like you should definitely do that, even if, yes, there is the potential for it not to work out, and for hurt to happen at some point to you in that relationship, or just because of that relationship. So I say, if you want to tell somebody that you love them, if you want to say the word forever to them, or always to them, do it. Not because you're so confident, or so, overtaken with feelings, overcome with emotion, that you're damn sure that it's gonna last forever, but because it's how you're feeling in that moment. Why not take it? Why not embrace it? Like I've said earlier in the video, nobody enters a relationship saying, oh, we're gonna last 2 weeks, babe. No one would ever do that because no one wants to do that. If you're feeling it, go with it, go for it, and see what happens. There is no combination of words that will future-proof your relationship, that will totally safeguard your relationship from failure. But like I'm saying, and like I really want to get across, it does not make you naive or wrong or a liar to want to say really committal language if the relationship isn't actually going to last, or doesn't in fact last. I already said that I didn't want to repeat myself a million times, but I feel like it's kind of important because it's kind of the theme of this idea, this discussion, that, if you're going to throw yourself into something, don't do it half-heartedly. Yes, you might get burned, you might get totally destroyed by the relationship, it might eat you up and spit you back out, but you still tried, and that's the point, It's not supposed to feel like a consolation prize to be told, oh, you tried in the relationship, but if you did indeed give it your all, then that's at least one thing you can say you didn't fail at in the relationship. There are many ways a relationship can break down, can end, can fall apart, but at least if you tried, if you really told the other person how you felt, and you were honest to your feelings during the relationship and at given moments during the relationship, then that is one aspect that you were successful in. It's scary to want to do that. It's scary to want to tell somebody exactly how you feel, but it's also very liberating, and it's something that you must be prepared to do in a relationship for it to be successful. You can't run away from the fact that you're feeling a particular way, if it's positive or indeed negative, and so you must be prepared to put it out there. Like I've also said, our relationship is a different endeavor than others that you might throw yourself into, and you must be prepared, yes, for it to maybe fail. It's realistic to expect it to fail, maybe in some way, shape, or form, but at the same time, don't just do that. Give it your all, because a relationship, just like anything else, is something that you learn to be in. It's something that you learn to be a part of and to do, and so the obstacle of being afraid to use committal language is something that you just get over, and really you need to do it so that you can say you did it, and therefore analyze the other aspects of the relationship that were maybe problematic or not as successful as they could have been, because really it's just one great big facet of the relationship, of being in a relationship and being a good boyfriend or girlfriend to somebody. So in summary, if you get to a point in the relationship where it feels like you can't say the things you were saying at the start of the relationship, like the I love yous, the forevers, the alwayses, you were never wrong to say it in the first place, unless you consciously knew that you were lying to the other person, in which case you're just wrong and a bad person for doing that. But yeah, say what you want to say and be true to how you are feeling in the moment, because it is honest, and we must be honest in relationships. Don't contrive how you're feeling, don't mask how you're feeling, just put it out there, because the other person will ultimately respect it, they will appreciate it, and they will reciprocate, or maybe they will not, and that's also okay. I guess something that needs to be said, and maybe something that I've been dancing around, is there is no need for you to feel naive inside yourself for having gone out on a limb and committed to a person and said really strong language to a person in the relationship, such as "I love you," if the relationship fails. Because one, you committed, and that's very good, that's very brave, that's very honest, like I've been saying. But also, like, you can't always foresee where the relationship will go. You can't say definitively if or not it's going to be successful always, and so, you know, you don't be afraid to say those kind of things to somebody else. Really, just don't be afraid, because at the end of the day, we can only do right by the now. We can only do right by ourselves as we're currently feeling, and as such, it's not wrong to want to say really strong things to somebody in a relationship. But I do think you should go for it. You know, maybe it bites you in the butt. Maybe you feel chided or burned or jaded by relationships by the end of it, and you feel like maybe you should never have said those things. But honestly, truthfully, I will always want to say those things to my partner, because I'm committed to my partners, and I want to be in love. I want to be with the person that I can say those things to, because I want to be liberated in that sense. I just want to be able to express those feelings and to have those feelings. So yeah, I think there's the video. I think that's it. Guys, I don't think that's my best video ever, and in fact, I don't think most videos are my best video ever when I get to the end, because I always feel like I have 1,000 more things to say and that I could have put things an awful lot better. As I've said earlier, you know, in previous videos, that is, this is a medium that I'm still very much getting used to. I'm not a perfect YouTuber, I'm not a perfect vlogger. This is quite difficult for me in some ways to formulate my thoughts, to make them very coherent. So if you want to discuss things that I've been discussing, or indeed offer advice for me in terms of how to make my discussions better and stuff like that, to engage you a little bit better, please add it down below. Please comment, let's talk about it, because this isn't the end of the discussion. The end of the video is not the end of the discussion. We can still talk about things and develop the thought process that's going on in my mind, in your mind, and indeed just in general. So yeah, that's it. That's the video. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it this far, really cool of you. Please do comment below, explore the other links that are going to be down in the description. And yeah, I hope you had a reasonably good time. I hope you thought some thoughts. Please share your feelings. And as always, take care.